Do you want to give an intro onto who BrezScales is and like what you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really in the crypto world at all, to be honest. I do e-com. I run ads for businesses. So I own a digital marketing agency doing that. We run ads for damn near any and every type of business. Social media ads you see like on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, any sort of platform you ever get hit with an ad, like that's what my agency does. Is we set those up and we run those for those businesses, those brands. Majority of our clientele is like streetwear brands, so that's like majority of the people we run ads for. But yeah, I used to be in the crypto world a little bit. Well, tried like back in the NFT days. I that was one of the business models I was trying to get into back when I was in high school and broke, but it didn't work out. That led me into ecom, and here we are.
One of the business models, I like that. But you've blown up crazy. I feel like you came on my radar like, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe. Kind of in tandem with, like, I found TJR through crypto and then you guys intersect. You came on my, like, what was your blow up? What was there like a specific moment, a viral moment that happened? Like, when did you really blow up?
Not necessarily because I've been posting content for like 3 years now, but I feel like it really started to spiral once I started like vlogging on YouTube, as well as like when all the car shit started happening. Once I started to like make some good money and started buying cars, and then the BrezScales like car destroying lore started. That was really with like the Aventador S when I crashed that, because that went like insanely viral. So I feel like it was kind of in alignment with that, but it's been pretty steady growth over the past like year or so. For the first like 2 years, I was posting content. I wasn't getting much traction, but I feel like it was really when I started taking YouTube serious.
And so, did you invent the term freelance brand scaling, by the way?
I did, yeah, yeah. So the reason I put that name on it was because it's pretty similar to SMMA, right?
Uh-huh.
But SMMA stands for Social Media Marketing Agency for the people who don't know. And that was kind of framed as like more of like a get rich quick thing, like how to start an agency and how to hire like little Indians to run it for you to where you don't have to do anything. And that's just not realistic, especially in today's day and age. So I put that term on it because the route that I took getting into it was starting as an individual, and I just started signing clients and I did all the work for those clients. I was a freelancer. So like I was my own business. And then I mean brand scaling, it's just like scaling a brand. So I kind of like put that name on it. But that was the route that I took, and then eventually once I started to get more clients, I kind of branched out into building a full-fledged agency. But realistically, that doesn't make sense off the get-go, like to just start an agency and hire employees to do a job that you don't even know how to do yourself, because then it's like, how are you properly going to manage those employees? How are you going to make sure they're doing their job efficiently? So on and so forth. So to like really learn the skill and learn the business as a whole by doing everything yourself first, I believe is a crucial part, because that's like the journey that I went through, as well as I feel like it's just important to learn all areas of the business. So
How did you get your first gig?
I learned ads by running them for my own clothing brand that I ran a while back. That was where I like really learned the skill. And once I was doing well enough with my own brand, I had some results to kind of speak for myself. So I also had a bunch of other connections with like brand owners in the space. And from there, I just started like reaching out to some of those people that I already had built a connection with, like other brand owners and stuff, and was just like, yo, I know you're not running any ads for your brand. Like, this is what I'm doing with mine. I'm literally making this amount of money by doing this, by spending this much. Let me do it for yours too. Like, I won't do it at any cost. I just want to show you, and then we can talk about pay down the road. And they were like, yeah, I'm open to it. So it was pretty easy for me to sign my first couple of clients because of those connections I had already built. And from there, I mean, I started posting those results online on TikTok and stuff, and it started getting some traction. And then people were just like flooding my DMs like, yo, run ads for my brand, run ads for my brand. And shit was just green from there.
I feel like the sneaker or the streetwear brand is the literal most competitive scene in all of like internet marketing or just or internet brands.
It definitely is, and once you understand it, it's easy to succeed in, but it is a very competitive market because, bro, like I feel like damn near every kid at one point in their teenage years is like, bro, that'd be sick to start a clothing brand,
Type,
and
type,
they like
type,
start
type,
some
type.
bullshit print on demand, you know. But once you really like learn how to actually do it, it's pretty fucking easy, bro. It's as simple as making a good product, having a good way to market that product, have a good website, have a good offer behind that product, and then just run ads to it. Like, It's pretty damn simple, the concept as a whole. It just like kind of takes that hands-on experience to really know like what makes a good ad from a bad ad, what makes a good product from a bad product, what makes a website a good website from a bad website. And like it's crucial to kind of learn that hands-on, which again is why I think it's so crucial to start as a freelancer rather than building out a full-fledged agency, because you're doing everything yourself and you're getting that hands-on experience, which I think for me in my success was crucial.
Can we call it like the info scene? Like, how would you refer to the whole? Like, would you call it the info scene?
Yeah, like info products.
How
Yeah.
many how many different verticals exist in the info product scene? Like, what do the most popular people do, and like, where do you sit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of different like business models, and I would say every single one works. It's just a matter of someone sticking to one long enough to actually start seeing results inside of it. Obviously, the business model I'm doing right now is pretty well known. Obviously, there's trading like stocks, like day trading. Obviously, TJR is kind of the face of that. Meme coins. There's nobody really selling like any sort of program or like info product on meme
No,
coins. I feel like it's something.
there's a lot of like paid groups for meme coins, but there
Yeah,
isn't
like
really.
Potion.
Yeah, like Potion, Orange. There's a lot of people Cooker. There's a lot of people that do paid groups, but there isn't really like a course or a paid like info product on how to trade meme coins.
Yeah, and then of course there's like drop shipping. There's list goes on and on really. But I think the biggest thing, bro, for anyone like trying to get an online business is focusing on just learning like the skills that are needed in order to like actually become successful. So many people try to go into it, whether it's like they're buying a course, they're just trying to get into it on their own by watching YouTube videos. They're just way too focused on trying to reap the rewards from doing it rather than like actually just learning the skill and using that skill and applying it.
Do you think
I feel
that
like that's the biggest.
Do you think the advertising niche is getting more competitive and your edge is drying up, or do you think it's getting bigger?
I think it's only going to continue to expand because if you think about it like this, every single business is drastically moving more and more and more online. And a lot of these businesses don't know how to properly market themselves online. For people like myself, the opportunity window is only continuing to grow throughout our whole lifetime because like I said, all these businesses are moving more and more online. You see like so many local businesses, stores shutting down because they can't adapt to that curve of what needs to be done in order to keep their sales efficient by moving more online. So they fall behind. But if they're on top of it with their, marketing efforts on the internet, it just makes their business even better. They make more money. So I think in a world of freelance brand scaling specifically, or online marketing, whatever angle you want to look at it, is only going to continue to grow throughout like our whole lifetime
That's a fair take.
and forever.
There's infinite demand basically for someone that can get eyeballs
Exactly.
on a product.
And there's not enough supply of people who know how to do it.
Tell me, dude, what the fuck happened to your car? GT3 RS. What?
Which one, bro?
What happened to the GT3?
Dude, I shipped it all the way here to LA from Miami for Car Week, and they're unloading it late last night. So I go to meet the driver. He gets it all unstrapped and everything, goes to start it. It doesn't start because the battery's dead. So, yeah, they had to take it to the Porsche dealership this morning, and I think they jumped it, and then they must have thrown it on a tender or something, ran some tests on it, and I think supposedly it's good now. So I'm gonna go pick it up, but you know how shit goes, especially when it comes to my luck. They say supposedly it's good, and then you get there, and who the fuck knows? So,
Bro, I told
we
you
might
this.
be in for a surprise.
I told you this the other day, but I think you might be the problem at a certain point with the cars.
Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. First car, M3. I got rear-ended. Not my fault. Second car, Aventador S. Dude blew through his red light. Hit me. Not my fault. Third car, the SVR. Actually, no, let me backtrack. Third car, the Wang Chang. That battery died too. You saw the Wang Chang?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
The
No,
little
I don't know what the Wang Chang.
Japanese car?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, you're missing out on the Wang Chang. Anyways, the battery died in that. Fourth car, the the SVR. That just started having problems like 2 hours after I bought it. So that wasn't my fault either because it was like heating problems. The car was overheating, and I got a full refund on that. So now I'm in the market for another car.